Good day, everyone. Today we will start the lesson 1 of quarter 3, and it is about representing point, line, plane, illustrating subset of a line, and classifying different kinds of angle. The objectives of these lessons are to represent point, line, and plane using concrete and pictorial models, illustrates subset of a line, classifies the different kinds of angles. By the way, quarter 3 is about geometry. What is geometry? Geometry is a branch of mathematics that deals with the study of the relationships between shapes, sizes, and properties of plane and solid things on Earth. Like that. In studying geometry, we will start in its three basic elements. These are points, lines, and planes, or these are called the primitive building blocks of geometry. So, ari mag-start ang tanan. Then, in geometry, these elements are called undefined terms. Anong undefined man siya? It is undefined as it cannot be defined independently of other objects. Pasabot ana, points, lines, and planes maoy sinugdanan sa geometry. The starting point, walay mga elements or objects below niya nga maka-define sa kaning tulo. That's why it's called undefined terms, but we can describe these elements. Now let's dig deeper about the three basic elements. Okay, let's start with the point. Point, it's represented as a dot. Okay, then line with a line, straight line with an arrowhead at both ends. So manang line sa geometry. Plane, drawn as a four-sided figure resembling a tabletop or a parallelogram. Okay, in naming the point, we use one, okay, a capital letter. Like sa figure sa taas, point A na. Then sa line, we use two letters representing 2 points on the line or a lowercase script letter. Okay. Let's tanaw sa symbol. We can name the line sa taas, line AB or line BA. Pwede ra mabali-bali or line L. Okay, or in symbol tanawa, AB yan ay symbol nga line sa taas niya. In naming the plane, we use 3 points that do not lie in the same line, or we call that non-collinear. Or pwede po big capital script letter like letter M. In sa kaninga diagram, wala siya ma-script letter, no? So, money, we can name the plane by 3 letters like plane ABC, plane ABD, plane ACD. Now, to describe point, the point, it is the basic unit in geometry. It indicates a location or position in space. It has no dimensions, actual size, no actual size. It has no length, no width, and no height or thickness. In the coordinate plane, a point is named by an ordered pair x, y. Line is described as it has no thickness, walay kabag-on. Its length extend in one dimensions. It goes on forever in both directions. It has infinite, way katapusan nga length, zero width, and zero height. It is assumed to be straight. It is drawn with arrowheads on both ends. That's why na siya arrowheads, no? It signifies nga infinite siya. Wa siya katapusan ang iyang extension. Plane, it has 2 dimensions. It forms a flat surface extending indefinitely in all directions. It has infinite length, infinite width, and zero height or thickness. Wala siya kabag-on. Ang iyang length, infinite. Ma-extend po na yung plane, ha? It doesn't mean nga murag box rin siya. The same sa line, ma-extend pa ni. And the same siyang width, ma-extend pa po unto infinite. Now, I will present to you some pictorial model of point. Example, the knot in a rope, kani knot, or the red cherry fruits, or any small objects nga makita sa inyong by, that's a pictorial model of point. For line, we have guitar string. Example na sa line or pictorial model of line and chopsticks. For plane, we have the front page on the newspaper or a shadow. Anything na nag-represent something flat, that's a pictorial model of plane. Like front sa table baron, that's a plane. Now we are done describing the three basic elements. Now let's start to study about the relationship between these three. We have we call the collinear and coplanar points. Collinear points are points that lie on the same straight line. As you can see in the figure, we have upat ka point diri no nga nilay sa usa ka line. So we have point A, point B, point C, point D. Point A, B, C, and D are called collinear points. The question is, from whom or from what do we collect the data? We collect the data from the population. Population is a complete collection of all elements, such as scores, people, that are subject to be studied. But in most cases, we have difficulties in gathering the data of the entire population. But we can collect the data through the sample. Sample is a sub-collection of elements drawn from a population. To give you an example for that, if all students in Marigondon National High School is our population, grade 7 students is our sample because grade 7 students is a part of all students in Marigondon National High School. Okay? Let's answer this activity. Identifying points, lines, and planes. Number 1, name 2 points on line N. List all 3 pairs of possible answers. Okay, morning line N. What are the points nga nakalagay sa line N? We have point R, point O, point E. Okay, point R, O, and E. Morning mga points nga naa sa line N. Number 2, give 3 names for a line. Write all possible answer. Okay, di lang ako i-write ang tanang possible answer, no? But again, in naming the line, we will use 2 letters. We can name this line as line RO. Okay, line RO na isimbolingan na. Or line RE. Okay. Mamili lang kaning tulo. Pagkuha lag duha out of these 3, then you can name that line. Number 3, give all possible names of the plane shown on the right. Okay. In naming the plane, dapat magamit kag tulo ka point nga dili collinear. Yes, dili collinear. So, we can use RO point R, point O, point S. So, we can say plane, okay, plane ROS. Okay. Dita pwede maka-name ani og ROE kay collinear man sila. Dapat not collinear. Okay. Let's move to lesson 1.2. Illustrate the subset of a line. Again, let's talk about subset first. When you say subset gani, is a set nga gikan siya sa usa ka set. Now, in lesson 1.2, ang line naay mga subset si line. Okay? Gikan ni line naay other objects ang ma-form. Okay, let's read this first. Every 2 points determine a line. Okay, tanawa sa first figure. Naay 2 points dira, no? Naay linya dira, naay duha ka point. Kaninga point, kaninga point. If we take this part of the line with the 2 endpoints, a line segment is formed. Now, kung magsugod ta sa duha ka point, gikan ani. Kani siyang object nga ma-form, gitawag ni siya line segment. And if we take one endpoint and all the points to the left or to the right of the given point, a ray is formed. Now, kung magsugod po ta sa usa ka point, padung sa arrowhead, that's called ray. The same po there speakers, it's called ray. What is a line segment? Okay, mo mo the line segment no from okay. Ana siya ay align nga naay duha ka endpoint. Ang nakalahi niya sa line, ang line kay naay duha ka arrowhead but ang line segment walay arrowhead bisag usa. So, how to name using two capital letters the same sa line? Pag naming sa line segment, we will use two capital letters or 2 points. Tanawang word and symbols. It is called AB. Okay? Line segment AB. So, ang symbol sa line segment kay linya ra sa taas nga walay arrowhead. Okay, ana, line AB. Or line segment BA. Pwede ra siya magbali-bali. What is the definition of line segment? It does not extend without end. So, di siya ma-extend na siya kinutuban. Di siya pareha sa line nga infinite ang length sa line. It has endpoints, in this case, A and B. The segment contains all the points on the line between A and B. Next, we have ray. Morning model ni ray. So, it is made of, okay, na-endpoint usa, no? Then, ang usa kay arrowhead. Ang nakalahi ni ray o ni line, si line ay duha ka arrowheads, si ray kay usa ra ka arrowhead. Now, ang kaning endpoint ni ray, which is A dire, point A, is called the initial point. Now, in naming the ray class, we use two capital letters gihapon. The same sa line, we use two capital letters or 2 points. Sa line segment, we use two capital letters or 2 points. The same sa ray. But ang nakalahi lang sa pag-name ni ray, dapat di siya magbali. Mag-una ang first letter sa initial point. As yung makita diri sa symbol. Ang iyang array AB siya. Ang A mo na siya initial point, then followed by point P. Okay, definition sa array. It consists of one endpoint and all the points of the line on one side of the endpoint. It extend infinitely in a set direction. Okay? So you can see ang meaning sa arrowhead kay extend unto infinity, walay katapusan. I want you to be warned by this, no? Kay mo ni kasagaran dapat di mabali ang paghimo sa symbol sa ray. Ray AB is not the same as ray BA. Why? Sa ray AB, ang iyang initial point kay A, then iyang direction is to the right. Ana, way katapusan gikan ni B unto infinity. Ang ray BA, ang iyang initial point kay B. Then, ang iyang point of direction nga to infinity is A. So, this la pareha. Please be aware of that, okay? Lesson 1.3 classifies the different kinds of angle. But before that, let's define what is angle first. Okay, morning angle. Ang opening, okay, or ang gitawag siya buka. Now, angle is made up of non-collinear ray. Okay, ray nga wala maglinya. Okay? Di parehag linya. Okay, mo ni one ray o usa ka ray, yan naas like common endpoint. Ang common endpoint gitawag ni siya vertex. Now, how to name angle? Kung ang line, ang ray, ang line segment, we use 2 letters. But how about sa angle? Okay. Here, ato ni siya panganlan B. This is an angle, no? With line, with ray CA, and ray CB. Ang iyang vertex or ang common nilang endpoint kay point C. Okay, point C. Mo yung vertex niya. Ang sides niya, mo to ray CA and ray CB. In naming, we use using 3 points and symbol. Kaning symbol, angle symbol. The middle point is always the vertex. Dapat ang middle point is always the vertex. So we can name this angle as angle ACB or angle BCA. Pwede mabali-bali, but dapat permi sa center ang vertex. Okay? Or we can name using the vertex point lang. We can name this angle as angle C. Okay, I think that's enough. Okay, let's move sa kaning figure B. Okay, ang vertex kay O, ilang common endpoint kay O. Then there are three rays: ray OR, ray OS, or ray OE. Okay, if there are two or more angles at the vertex, then use three letters gihapon to name the angle. So maaton siya manima og angle ROS or angle 2 or angle ROE, and kani ROE ni siya, kani siyang angle. Di siya masuwat no. Kani ROA or S gikan dire SOE or angle 3. Si angle 3 angle SOE kay the same man na siya. Let's move to the different kinds of angle. First, we have acute angle, an angle that measures greater than 0 degree but less than 90 degrees. It is called, okay, acute angle na siya, no? Muna yung example. Sa kaning example, we have 60 degrees. So, 60 degrees, more than 0 but less than 90, that's example of acute angles. Next, right angle. Very simple. An angle that measures exactly 90 degrees. Muna na, measures exactly 90 degrees. Two lines or line segments or rays that met at a right angle are said to be perpendicular. Okay, when you say perpendicular, meaning ang iyang na siya angle nga 90 degrees. Obtuse angle, an angle that measures greater than 90 degrees but less than 180 degrees. Example sa figure diri, 120 degrees. More than 90 but less than 180. Obtuse angle. Next, straight angle, very simple. Basta straight line siya. Nag-form na siya 180 degrees. That's a straight angle. From the word straight, no? Next is reflex angle, an angle that measures greater than 180 degrees but less than 360 degrees, measuring between 180 to 360 degrees. Example, tanawa sa figure, 210 degrees. That's an example of reflex angle. The last but not the least is the zero angle, an angle that measures exactly 0 degrees. Okay, sir, mura lagi ni siya straight angle dili. Ang zero angle, ang iyang arrow nag-point the same og point to the right, pwede po to the left tanan. Ang straight angle kay ang iyang arrow buwag, okay? Ang usa point to the left, ang usa point to the right.